Yours is a perfect plan. The ups and the downs were meant to be. Now I understand. You needed my empty hands. So forgive me when I doubt it. I admit sometimes I do. Or consider giving up, 'cause I cannot see the truth. I know I'll never go without it. Your deep and abiding love, oh love, into my empty hands. Gently you pour new life for me. Yours is a perfect plan. The ups and the downs were meant to be. Now I understand. You needed my empty hand. Yours is a perfect plan. The ups and the downs were meant to be. And I cannot help but cry to think of the gifts you've given me. Now I understand. You needed my empty hands. So thank you for my, thank you for my, thank you for my empty hands. Whether or not it ties into the stories I'm going to tell you later, I might as well sing you that song I was just referring to, that that my wife pretended not to cry when when it happened. So I mentioned that my boy Jude is 9, and when he had just started school, 3 years ago now, there was a boy in his class who was really struggling. Didn't because he didn't speak a word of English. He had just arrived with his ridiculously adorable baby brother and his parents from Vietnam, and the 4 of them didn't speak any English. And as far as we could tell, they were lovely people, but they were struggling with just a few words at a time. But this little boy, call him Evan, was in Jude's class and obviously couldn't follow any instructions and was really throwing elbows and just freaking out. And who wouldn't freak out in a new country, all new kids, new language, just had no idea what was going on. And so Jude would frequently come home with stories about the teacher had to have a talk with him. The principal had to have a talk with him. It was like that. Nothing too serious. And the teacher had made a beautiful space for this boy to get acclimated. So the kids, by and large, gave him his space and so on, and were accepting. But we got a phone call one day from his teacher, and he just snuck in. By the way, I can hear him off by the door there, so if he's listening, he'll know I'm talking about him. But of course, I'm saying nice things. His teacher called and said, "I wanted you to know, first of all, that your boy is an incredibly kind boy." I said, well, thank you. That's when I started crying, and Melina looked at me and said, you're not going to start crying. She said, but today he did something that I wanted you to know about, because I just thought it was really kind of special. She said, I had all 28 kids, if you can imagine, on the rug, and I read them the story, as I do every day, and when I finished, your son raised his hand and said, I think Evan did such a good job listening that he should get an extra point today. Right? Just a simple little sentence that really touched me, to think of him speaking up like that spontaneously. And when Jude came home, and I think I heard the door close, so he's not here anymore, but he probably doesn't remember now, but what I told him was a single sentence like that of kindness can make a difference that lasts forever, and you probably will never know the difference it made. But it might have been the first time someone spoke up and spoke his name with nothing but positivity. It might have been the first time that the whole room, including the teacher, looked at him with nothing but acceptance, no reproach, nothing he couldn't understand, just a smile, just a welcome, just pleased, right? So it really made an impact on me, and about 6 months later, I found myself writing a song inspired by that moment. Lately I've been thinking about what motivates me to give a couple dollars to a stranger on the street, to hold the door, carry groceries, help a neighbor in need. When history repeats itself in headlines every day, solutions never big enough for problems that we face. As a man, as a dad, what difference can I make? 'Cause I know better than to think I'll be remembered for a favor or a quarter or a smile. Oh, but maybe before I return to sender, I can do one thing worthwhile. So I'm gonna try to raise a kind child. Sure would help if our boy went and got an MBA and took care of his artist mom and dad in their old age. But let's face it, Wall Street probably isn't in his DNA. But when his first grade teacher said she wanted us to know, it's Jude who always comforts any kid who sits alone. There's just so much pride my heart can take. My retirement can wait. 'Cause I know better than to think I'll be remembered for a fortune or a pension or a prize. Oh, but maybe before I return to sender, I'll have done one thing worthwhile. So I'm gonna try to raise a kind child. I don't want him to think the world is his to save. It's too much pressure anyway, it can't be done. I don't want him to think he has to be a saint, 'cause the truth is, saints don't have any fun. Mostly I just hope, my boy, you'll come to understand. No 401k or GPA can make a happy man. It's having roots, doing good, helping out where you can. So put down roots, do some good, take somebody's hand. And you'll know better than most what really matters, what makes living this life worthwhile. And there may come a day your own kids will remember how their granddad used to say with a smile that he raised. We raised a kind child. Enough is a sneaky and dangerous word. Am I thin enough, tall enough? Do I have enough hair on the top of my head? Do I have enough money in my bank account? Have I seen enough of the world? Have I said I love you enough?
Good morning. We'll be opening our service this morning with Rise Up, O My Soul. So rise up and join us singing.
Rise up, O my soul. Rise up, O my soul. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. Rise up, O my soul. Rise up. to play.
Free my mind from yesterday.
From yesterday, tell people what's true. Let me know what's mine to do and help me to do it each and every day. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Let the spirits flow. Rise up, oh my soul. Rise up, oh my soul. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. Show me the kingdom wherever I go. In the beginning was the One presence of the undivided and unmanifest pure spirit of life, light, and love. In its generosity, it shared itself, its consciousness, and its love in the visible form of creation. We acknowledge this presence within us and as us. The creative energy of the divine feminine and masculine expressing in all our giftedness and creativity. We acknowledge this in our companion, Mother Earth, and in all sentient beings. This universal presence in everything we call the Christ. We light this candle as a visible reminder of the Christ presence expressing in, as, and through us in this present now moment. Good morning. Welcome to Unity of Bellingham. My name is Marie Bailey, and I'm your podium assistant today. Today we are welcoming Reverend Monica from Unity of Bellevue, our guest speaker. And our music ministry is Heart and Soul with Marcia and Deborah and Kathy. So thank you so much. They're wonderful music. We are a joyful, evolving spiritual community committed to spiritual practices, compassionate service, and living on purpose. This is our mission. As a joyful, evolving, and spiritually conscious community, Unity of Bellingham celebrates the uniqueness of everyone, recognizing and welcoming each person as a beautiful expression of the One. Being inclusive and non-discriminatory, we acknowledge the divine presence in all life and honor their positive presence, blessing, and contribution to the world. Take this time now, if you feel comfortable, to greet one. Well, no, wait, first. Do we have any newcomers? Do we have any newcomers? Just don't be afraid, raise your hand. I don't see anybody. Okay, but so take this time, take a few moments to say hi to each other. Give everybody a big hug. Hello. Do a queen wave. Okay, and let's maybe say hi to everybody at home too, if you just want to wave back. Hello. Okay. As we settle back into our space, feel the spirit of love move through you as we just take a moment to breathe. Nice inhale, and then gently release. And please join me in saying our 5 principles. And I invite you to take a beat in between each one, just to let each one sink in a little bit. God is good and present in all things. The holiness of God is our own true nature. I am creating my experiences by how I think, feel, and believe. My thinking is guided by my daily affirmative prayers and affirmative actions. I follow and am sustained by these values in every way, every day, and so it is.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am, letting fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. When I lose my will, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There
And now, as we move into our time of reflection and meditation, if there's anyone or anything who could use prayer support, bring them into your consciousness now. And feel free to speak their name out loud. And perhaps hold them in your heart as I read this writing by Swami Sri Kripalvananda. My beloved child, break your heart no longer. Each time you judge yourself, you break your own heart. You stop feeding on the love which is the wellspring of your vitality. The time has come, your time, to live, to celebrate, to see the goodness that you are. Let no one, no thing or ideal or idea obstruct you. If one comes, even in the name of truth, forgive it for its unknowing. Do not fight. Let go. And breathe into the goodness that you are. And now, as we settle in for meditation, I invite you to close your eyes or keep the gaze soft. Let us begin to move into a different space now. A field of slowing, softening, and remembering. Bring your attention to your breath. And feel the breath moving in and moving out. Simply noticing the expansion and contraction of the diaphragm as you gently breathe in and out. As you breathe, allow all expression to drop from your face. Feel every muscle of the face relaxing. Now is the time to slow down and be present. Free yourself for these several quiet, spacious moments just for you. As you breathe, feel your body. Feel into your heart space. Breathe into your heart space. And let everything else drop away. Just your breath and your heart space. Feel it. As human beings, we live in the construct of time. But the truth is, it's always right now. There really is never any other time. So as you breathe, realize you are breathing yourself into this present moment. Let this moment be empty, fresh, and unknown. Feel the aliveness of your body. Breathe into your heart space. Feel into your heart space. There is no past and no future in this present moment. What we call the past is just a thought, memories that are recalled in this present moment. What we call the future exists only as potential. Be aware of how it feels to be present right now. You can trust that all you need is always offered here, in this present moment. This is your power place, the seat of your authenticity, the home of your truth. It's where you meet your infinite being and your original innocence. Take another deeper breath and let yourself relax, soften, and release a little bit more. And as you pay attention to this present moment, see if you can discover when this moment turns into the next moment. You may notice that the content can change, but does the moment? It is here, in this present moment, where you discover the presence of unconditional love and the peace that is beyond all understanding. Any moment is always this moment. Every moment is always this moment, right now. Feel the love, the peace, and the compassion within you, guiding you, a place of greater perspective, a place of freedom, a place where you can trust your loving self. In this present moment, right now, and now, and now. Feel all the energies of your body from all meridians activated, purified, and balanced. All channels are open and the life force is flowing freely, healing the body, calming the mind. Now feel your body resting in the chair. And when you're ready, softly open your eyes and let the room lovingly come to you. And feel the mind held in a quiet meditative state for a few more moments.
You are blessed peace, blessed peace is all that you are. You are blessed peace, blessed peace is all that you are. Show the way, God, show the way. I want to live in such a state of grace. Lead the way, God, lead the way. I want to live in such a holy place. Such a holy place. You are deepest joy, deepest joy is all that you are. You are deepest joy, deepest joy is all that you are. Blessed peace is all that you are. Sacred love is all that you are.
Thank you, Marie, and thank you, Heart and Soul, for setting the space, the energy so masterfully. Again, my name is Reverend Monica, and I'm from Unity of Bellevue, and it seems like I was just here. Wasn't it just last month? I think it was. There was another guest speaker who had to reschedule, so I'm filling in, and I'm so happy to be here, so thank you to you and to Reverend Frank. Last time when I was here, I spoke about questions, if you were here and remember. And I'm going to start us off with a question this morning. I don't want anyone to raise their hands or clap. Just reflect inside and see how you want to answer this. Do you love every aspect of your body 100% of the time? Yeah, a little chuckling happens when I ask that question. I think for most people, that's a no, and that's okay. I know I can't say that either. I want us all to know, though, that we have a kindred spirit. And St. Francis of Assisi, he called his body, get this, brother ass. Now, that might sound a wee bit derogatory to modern ears. Calling someone an ass is not exactly a compliment unless they're, a badass, right? But he wasn't dissing his body so much as simply referring to his body as his beast of burden that got his soul where it needed to go in this three-dimensional world. Now, he was still a man of his times, and he practiced self-mortification on occasion, but by the end of his life, he came to see his body as something that he should be grateful for, and he should extend compassion to, even if he saw his body as stubborn and willful at times, like a donkey. So what about his idea that the body is its own animal, that the body has its own consciousness? If it's willful and stubborn, it has its own consciousness. In Unity, we practice oneness. It's in your statement of belonging that the divine is in everything, in all life. And that also means seeing the divine in all of the layers of that one consciousness, all the infinite layers of consciousness that exist within that one consciousness. And the body exists in there in its own consciousness. The body may have more consciousness than, say, a rock or a chicken, but they're all within divine consciousness. They're all infused, including our body. We sometimes forget about our body. All life. This includes our bodies. They're infused with divine energy. It is the Christ principle in the universe that the divine is in all and through all.
that the divine lives in the physical dimension through divine energy and consciousness. We are gods in bods. That's where we begin. Scripture says your body is the temple of the Spirit within you to reveal the glory of God. You know, we receive so many messages quite right. That the body may even spiritual communities, that the body may even be a reflection of the soul. So if your body doesn't look quite right, maybe there's some soul work you need to do. Or there's some spirituality you need to work on. And I'm going to address that later. I'm going to set it all aside right now. And I'm going to focus now on just the body as the temple and tool of spirit. Now, one of the other things that I do, and I've done for many years, is I'm a healer, energy healer of various modalities. And I'm always surprised when I tell clients or students how many people are taken aback when I tell them to talk to their body. They're so identified with the body that they don't realize that the body has its own being, its own consciousness. And when I am working with a client and I place my hands on a body where there's some issues in the tissues, right? We all got them sometimes. I can hear the body talk to me and tell me what's going on. All energy is infused with information, and if you tune in, you can hear it talk. Now, that communication may come in any number of forms through intuitive channels that we all have because of our divinity within. So I encourage students and clients to speak to the body lovingly like you would a beloved pet. Talk to it, listen to it, encourage it. Keep it in line when you need to with strong, clear affirmations, and love it unconditionally. It has faithfully gotten you this far. Thank it with tons of gratitude for what it has done, seen and unseen, keeping your soul here on earth. It truly is the temple of the soul. Now, I do want to carve out an exception for my talk this morning. Some people live in extreme pain or extreme conditions, and they are often worldwide without the resources, either spiritual technologies or medical technologies to address that pain. I know that there are those technologies that exist. I have energy healers who can heal pain. But I don't think we've evolved as a species far enough so that we can address the myriad issues that so many people face with chronic pain. So I'm just those people are on a beautiful soul path, a challenging one, and we honor them. And I am just this talk doesn't apply to them. It applies to the rest of us who are in more or less dealing with the range of what we experience in body. And of course, we are called to take care of the body with good food, exercise, yoga, rest. But even with all of these things, even when we're doing our intentions and our affirmations, the body can resist change. It likes to stay the same, like anything on this three-dimensional level, because healing means change. So how do you get a stubborn-ass donkey pet body to move when it doesn't want to? I don't know if you've ever seen those videos on YouTube. There's videos of a husky dog that has learned to say no. And that's exactly what it sounds like. And they have videos of it. You can Google it afterwards. It's hilarious. They'll, time to take your bath. No. It's time to leave. Get off the bed. We got to go. No! And it clear as a bell. It is just being stubborn and willful. So first of all, what do we do when we are dealing with stubbornness within? So first of all, you're the manager of the body. As your soul, you get to set the terms. You get the final say, just like when you're dealing with a 2-year-old or maybe a teenager, right? Strong, positive, clear intentions are important. Adam Dream Healer, I don't know if you were aware of him. A number of years ago, he did healing from Vancouver, BC, and I know him. He has a book called Intentions Heals, but he can zoom into any level of the body he wants to, even the submolecular level and cellular levels, and see what's happening. And he says that as soon as somebody sets a positive intention for healing or wholeness, he sees things changing in the cells. In the submolecular level, things start to shift. So always start with those positive, clear intentions for yourself. And then second, when I hit resistance in the body, it's usually because of some unacknowledged pain. I try to release this with as little backstory as possible for myself or my clients, because the more I attach to a story, the more likely it is to stay. So if I can release something and just say, I release the old, I bring in the new, and if it leaves, awesome. That's great. That's oftentimes enough. But sometimes it isn't enough. I say that and nothing happens. So I then shift into the backstory. What is this about? Is there some unacknowledged pain or a story that my body can't release or isn't willing to release because I haven't learned the lesson? I haven't integrated the pain from the experience. So I have an example. Earlier this year, I received, part of my path is just receiving and integrating new energies, and I had received some new energy, and it got stuck right here, and I had a headache because all this energy was just sitting right here on my head. And I could feel all this block right here. And so I started with, I release the old, I bring in the new. And I could feel it starting to shift a little bit, but not fast enough to get rid of my headache. So then I went into a deeper level. I went into a meditation, and I said, well, what is this about? What is this about? What am I supposed to learn here? And when I was in meditation, this memory started circling around, popping up. And it's not something that I had repressed. I've thought about it a few times over the years, and I didn't have any emotional connection to it, I thought. But as it kept circling around, I realized that I was experiencing this memory from outside my body, watching the experience. My memory was outside my body, and it was a very intense experience. What had happened, I was in college, and a peer of mine had choked me. And it was the only time I've ever been choked in my life. But a part of my consciousness had apparently split off to protect myself, and I was still watching that from outside that experience. So to integrate, I had to go back into that memory and put my full consciousness back in my memory, in my body, and relive that experience, seeing the crazy eyes of the person who wasn't fully in control of themselves, re-experiencing the fear and and seeing the anger from that person, experiencing that. And then I had to work it until I could get into compassion for myself, for my body, for the person. And then as soon as I did that, the energy just flowed right on through and integrated with me. So sometimes even that doesn't work, I go each step as far as I can. So if that doesn't work, then I ask for help from the universe. What am I missing? What do I need to learn? And then I look for clues, repeating messages, synchronicities, a book title that pops out in front of me. So I look for messages. And then fifth, I also call in for reinforcements. I am fortunate that I have a lot of healer friends that will generously respond to me when I'm stuck. We don't need to heal alone, and that's one of the reasons we have spiritual community. Sometimes I've heard in New Thought spiritual communities, you don't need any healers. We can all heal from the divine within, which is true. We all have the divine within. We can all tap into that healing and wholeness within. But if we take that statement to its logical conclusion, that means we don't need anybody. We don't need teachers because we can get it all from the divine within. Means we don't need ministers because we can get it all from the divine within. We don't need musicians because we can get it all from the divine within. We don't need anybody. That's where the logical conclusion goes. The more integrated perspective, the perspective of oneness is that we all have divinity within. We all have gifts from the divinity within. And when we share those in community, we are all blessed. So start within. Always start within. Start within. Tap into that great wholeness and healing life force within. And then if you get stuck, ask for help. When we do group prayer, when we do group Reiki at Unity of Bellevue, wow, it's so much stronger. It's so much more powerful, greater than the sum of its parts. Our collective consciousness can bring more to us when we share our gifts in community, in group. So honoring the body as temple means seeing it as it is, an animal with its own consciousness, and communicating with it, talking with it, loving it. Honoring the body as temple also means understanding it beyond the present moment. We inherit the genes of our ancestors and the energies of our ancestors through those genes. Recent scientific studies have shown that when the egg that forms us is formed in our mother's womb when she is in her mother's womb. So that means the egg that forms you is formed within your grandmother. So you carry, the egg that formed you carries your grandmother's energy. Recent studies have also shown that while you are in your mother's womb, you're exchanging cells with your mother, which means if you have older siblings or if your mother had older siblings, you may be receiving cells from your older siblings or from your aunts and uncles while you're in utero. All this is to show us how interconnected we all are, that we kin and ancestors share energies. We inherit, our body inherits some interesting things. And I want to read this. I don't know if you know of Shalane Harkin. She's a local Washington State ecstatic mystic poet. And this is from her book, Susceptible to Light, and it's called Ancestral Treasure. Your ancestors have passed down their wounds like a growing collection of gems for your inheritance. Don't resent this. They weren't ready to be mined and collected. They weren't ready to be valued. You have the technology now. You know how to dig deep. You know now how not fear your worth. You know that within every bright, shining wound is a nugget of compassion, a jewel of wisdom they have saved up for you. Now feel deeply blessed to be driven finally into these inner tunnels of self and history. Cashing in on this trove in the sacred chest of your heart will alchemize all old shameful stories into diamonds of laughter and tears. Cashing in this trove will transform the heavy bag of sorrows your ancestors carried into tokens of precious light. So I'm going to share something that is from my personal experience, and you're free to not agree with it. Always with anything I share, you're free to not agree with it. But I just want to share with you from my own personal experiences that we carry these experiences of our ancestors into our bodies, that our soul accepts before birth. And we all also, in my experience, carry with us the experiences of past bodies that our soul has lived in, and I have a story for that. This is a story from my family member who has given me permission to share it, although I'm going to keep it anonymous. I had a family member who was really suffering with some significant digestive issues, and it was affecting their daily life in a big way, and it was painful too. So I was motivated to get this person well so they could function. We had tried acupuncture, and dietary changes would help, but it hadn't resolved it in a large enough way to make a difference. So I had called on some intuitive friends and to see what they had to say, and one said, "I see a sword being thrust through their stomach." And another intuitive friend had said several months prior to this that this family member had achieved enlightenment in previous lives and had paid a dear price for sharing that enlightenment. And they had also been in many battles and wars and was carrying several mortal wounds in their energy. Well, I didn't know what to do with this information. I didn't know what my family member would think of this. I didn't know it was appropriate to tell them. I didn't know what to do. So I just thought, well, I'll just play it as it comes. So one night this family member had gone to sleep, and I was still awake in the living room. And a few minutes after they had gone to their bedroom, they came back, and they were in extreme pain. They were bending over, moaning, and just holding their stomach like this. And I said, "Do you want me to check your energy?" "Yes." So I scanned down the front like we do in Reiki, like we do in many modalities. And as soon as I got to their stomach, boom, there was an object there that I could feel, and you can train your hands to feel these kinds of things. And it felt metallic. It felt solid. And every time I touched it energetically, the person would go, "Ugh." So it was definitely causing some distress. And I said, well, this is the time to tell them. And I told them what my friend said. Does this resonate with you? Do you want me to clear it? So I just brought in some love and light, and it cleared within a few seconds. And I said, how do you feel? Fine. Went back to bed. Has had no more symptoms in 15 years. Dr. Ian Stevenson, if this was all too woo for you, I've got some medical research for you. It would have been too woo for me a number of years ago, so I totally understand. Dr. Ian Stevenson, the late Dr. Ian Stevenson, he was a former psychiatrist at the University of Virginia. He researched thousands of stories from all over the world of young children who remembered their past lives. Those 35% of those children had unique birthmarks or birth defects that those children thought were connected to their past lives. In one trial, they were able to track down 49 cases where the children's, who they remembered being somebody, they remembered the name, they remembered enough details that they could track down the post-mortem or the autopsy of the people they thought they were in their past lives. 49 cases. In 43 out of 49 of those cases, 88%, the post-mortem report showed that the mortal wound in that body's autopsy report were exactly or almost exactly in the same place as the unique birth defect or unique birth mark in the current child's body. 88%. His position was that by studying these, the medical researchers could come up with perhaps another reason, another avenue to look in as to why people might become ill. This research continues on today. I got all this information off the current University of Virginia medical website. It's all on there. They're continuing to research how we may carry the experiences of our soul's past lives and previous bodies in our current body. So one, our body is its own animal with its own experiences, its own consciousness, communicate with it. Our body carries our soul's experiences and carries the experiences of our kin and ancestors. Understand and honor this, which means just be gentle with yourself. Be gentle with your body. What might be happening might not even be sourced in this life or from you. 3, our body is energy. E equals MC squared. It's science. Everything that's material in this three-dimensional world is simply slowed down light or dense energy. That's Einstein. I had enough experiences in my saga, my Karma Ran Over My Dogma saga, to understand this intimately. A lot of those experiences scared the bejesus out of me, honestly. But if I needed any confirmation, I had this other experience that happened a few years ago. I was driving to Taste of India, which is in Ravenna. It's a kind of a hole in the wall. It's my favorite restaurant. If anybody's in Seattle and wants to take me out, that's where I'm going to vote to go. So I was meeting a friend for lunch, and we were driving down Ravenna, and Ravenna is very busy at lunchtime. Lots of pedestrians, lots of people moving around and parking, and so on. Well, at one intersection, the driver in front of me saw somebody out of the corner of their eye on the curb, and they must have thought they were going to step out into the intersection, and so they slammed on their brakes, which means I had to slam on my brakes to not hit them. And I also blared my horn so that the cars I knew were behind me knew that we were stopping fast. And as I did, I looked in the rearview mirror to check, and indeed, the person behind me, the driver behind me, was looking off to the side at the buildings, and then she heard the horn and she went, and I knew at that point I was going to get hit. And so I relaxed into it, tried not to hold any stress, and bang, she rammed right into the back of my rear car fender. As soon as that car hit me, everything changed. Everything went into extreme slow motion. And I somehow saw the shock waves from the impact start to move like this, from the back of the car towards me. And I saw that I perceived I was in some kind of a bubble, probably my aura or something I was perceiving. And it went through the bubble, and it came to my body, these shock waves, And my body, I realized, had changed. I was like energy jello. The density had changed, like plasma or something, and the shock waves moved right through my body, out the other side of the bubble, through the rest of the car, and as soon as the shock waves left the car, everything went back into regular time, and I was back in the density of my body. I was totally fine after that accident. I did not whiplash during that event. I had needed no medical attention. I had no aches and pains, needed no chiropractor, no massage. The car was a different matter. Why was I transfigured in this moment? I have no idea. I was rear-ended once before this and once after this, and I whiplashed severely both times, so I don't know why, except to remind me that our body is energy. Our body is energy. Adapting Einstein's saying, solidity is a stubbornly persistent illusion. So this is what we can do when we work with our body as energy. Things can shift just like that. How many of you have ever felt Reiki energy or any kind of healing energy, divine energy, angelic energy? Yeah, a few of you, yeah. So our body is its own animal. Communicate with it. Our body carries the experiences of our soul and others. Understand it. Our body is energy. Work with it at this level. And here I want to bring us back, full circle. Our body, behind all the levels of physicality, of karma and experiences and energy, is pure divine light. Everything in the universe is sourced from divine light. Your body wants to remember who and what it is. Your body, as an earth animal, an earth being, is having its own spiritual awakening. Your body, no matter what it looks like, is sourced in divine light. So tell your body this. Remind it. Remind your body's cells, you are divine light. The clearest example I have of this is something that happened when I was a chaplain for adults with disabilities after seminary. It was in New Jersey. I went to Princeton Seminary, and then I was a chaplain in the CPE pilot program. And our chaplaincy group would go throughout the year and do these field trips to different facilities as part of our training. And we took one field trip to a facility that was the first of its kind when it was built in the country. It served individuals with the most severe disabilities that needed around-the-clock care. And we toured the facilities and met many individuals. It is only one man who sticks in my memory. He was born without any arms or legs, and he could not communicate at all. He had lived in a crib his entire life. He was a young man in his 30s, and he needed care 24/7 to stay alive. But what I remember about him the most was the visible light that was beaming out of his chest. And this was before I could see energy. Beaming out of his chest. And you could see from his eyes that he was in a continual state of bliss. It is the brightest I have ever seen light in anybody's body. I felt we were in the presence of a holy one, a presence of a very advanced soul who was teaching us it doesn't matter what your body looks like. Your body is not the mirror of your soul. The body is the lighthouse for the soul. Your body does not reflect the condition of your soul. It can shine your soul no matter what. And we can transform our body. We can transfigure our body from this inner knowing. Jesus knew this, and this is how he healed others. He sometimes laid hands on, like we do in Reiki, but he always declared what the divinity was, be well. Take up your pallet and walk. You are free. Be healed. Receive your sight. Rise up. Affirm with me. Repeat with me. I am divinity. I am divinity. My body is divine. My body is divine. My body is a temple of my soul. My body is a temple of my soul. My body is a lighthouse. My body is a lighthouse. I am light. I am light. I am. I am. When we honor our body, we honor the earth, we honor our ancestors, we honor our souls, we honor our divinity. Our bodies are temples, they are lighthouses, so that we can shine the glory of the divine, so that our hands can bring divine blessing, so that our feet can bring divine action to this world that is also waking up to its divinity. So it is, and so we let it be.
I love that. Yes, yes, and yes. Okay, now it's time for our offering. So as the ushers come forward, we know that abundance is our divine inheritance. Giving is our gift of love and appreciation. We always appreciate generosity and support of this ministry and that we are creating together, and this includes each of you and everybody at home as well. Thank you. As you take your offering to your heart, affirm quietly to yourself, I give freely and joyfully, for God is my source, and I have abundance in all areas of my life. And join me in saying our offertory blessing. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is.
There is more than enough in the universe that you created. There is more than enough on a planet of sacred divine. There is more than enough for humanity made of your image. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Your infinite love made me everything I see, and all that I ever be is your infinite love. Let my soul know the truth, whatever I choose to do, your infinite love will prove more than enough. There is more than enough in the universe that you created. There is more than enough on the planet of sacred design. There is more than enough for humanity made in your image. Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Why would I worry? Why would I doubt? Why would I ever think I'd go without? Your infinite love made me everything I see, and all that I ever be is your infinite love. Let the world know the truth, whatever I choose to do,
Let's raise our hands in blessings for receiving these tithes and love offerings. Eternal source, divine life giver, divine lover, we give thanks for these tithes and love offerings, for all of the generosity, for all of the compassion with which they are given, for all the time and talent that is represented by these gifts. We are so grateful for this community, and we know that these tithes and love offerings will be multiplied many times to go and do a great work in and through this community to the larger Bellingham and Whatcom County communities. We are so grateful for all that you have given, and we call forth the law of circulation that as we give, so we receive. We are so grateful, and so it is. So we let it be.
Now is the time that Reverend Frank usually does announcements. So is there anybody here who has? I will direct you in your... Sherry does. Just 1 second. Just hold on there. No. In your events and programs, upper right-hand corner in your program, that's what it's called. There's a variety of things here, and of course the real biggie is we've got that conference coming up September 17th through 19th, and if you want to peruse that, and Sherry has some information about signing up for some stuff, so that would be great.
Hello, my friends. I have the schedule needed out in the foyer for volunteers, so I'm going to be encouraging you to sign up, and you can get the spot you want if you do it now rather than me calling you later and asking. So anyway, lots of volunteers needed. It's going to be a good time, and we appreciate all the help, so I hope to see you after service.
Okay, we have one more song. Love be with you. Please stand and join us.
All together, hand in hand, we see the light, we take a stand, and we are changing. Whole new lives for you and me. Take your past and set it free, and share this blessing. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come to you, make God flow through you, let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you, 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 peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe it in. Truth come through you, make God flow through you, let joy renew you till we meet again. Love be with you, 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 love. Oh, never mind.
Keep it going all week.
Well, I love that, Deborah. I did. Okay, here we are. No. Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. As we complete our service today, please join in saying our prayer for protection. And as always, we do include everyone everywhere. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God washes over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. All right, thank you. All right.
Peace in my life is growing because I choose love. Love's always present, it's what I'm made of. I choose love. We are all part of each other. We are one. One tie that binds us that can't be undone. I choose love. I choose love. Peace in my family is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of. I choose love. We are all part of each other. We are one loving family, sharing one son. I choose love. I choose love. Peace for our planet is growing because I choose love. Let love be present, it's what we're made of.